Hey, what's up, everyone? Nathan here with a monotype video. I counted the votes up, and it looks like Bug and Ground were tied. I'm going to choose to go with Bug if that's the case, because I think it demonstrates these ideas I want to talk about today that I really haven't before, and are really integral to monotype, or at least an important way to think about the game and team building in particular. So we're going to start with our team build as always. Before we do that, I want to show you this concept I've been working on lately. And actually, a better way to do it is if I just go to manga power charts, like you see these all the time in like Shonen Jump and stuff like that. And Hinata is a good example there. Oh, the radar chart apparently. And so you can see here that it shows like their power level here. And you often have this with like Dragon Ball where your speed's a 5 and your power is a 3 and your technique's a 4 and whatever, right? This kind of radar chart, I think, is an interesting way to talk about team building too. So to do this, it took me a little while. I wrote down the values I think every Pokemon has in a matchup against other, teams. So for example, Scizor almost single-handedly can beat Ice. It's so good. I got like a 300. It's absolutely incredible. Volcarona can absolutely torch grass one-handedly. Gets a 400. It's the highest grade I gave. So I tried to. It's not very scientific, I'll fully admit, but I wanted to communicate this idea through all of these values. And I set it up so that when you add them to here, to these slots, it creates a little chart. So right away you can see Scizor here, and it's got a great match versus grass, a great match versus ice and fairy, terrible versus fire, and also pretty bad versus dark and ghosts, or at least just neutral. I think I had like a 100 value. And then I'll add Volcarona in, and that will also be taken into account here. And yeah, now we just completely nuke grass and ice. Those two are pretty responsible for that. Still really weak against fire. Still, of course, very weak against flying. And then I'll probably add Buzzwole. These three aren't necessarily essential for every Monobug team build, but they're usually where I like to start. I really like Buzzwole, especially the Choice Scarf variety is a bit of a speed sweeper. Although the bulky set's, of course, fantastic as well. Like it's more seen in OU. Anyways, so this is a pretty interesting way to start out with Monobug. And this is why I want to do this, because now you can really get into what specific matchups am I trying to beat. So am I really concerned about flying? Because if I am concerned about flying, I could add Galvantula, who gives you a fighting chance perhaps against flying. It's got a 250 is what I graded it as, which is probably a little bit generous, honestly. But if I want to do that, sorry, there's actual bugs here in my office right now. Maybe it's trying to encourage me on here. Or, I know fire is really bad. And I could add a Centiskorch or an Almaldo who help with that a little bit more. Or if I need help against something like Dragon, honestly. Again, I think that's the other thing I wanted to communicate right now is we often think of monotype in a very macro sense of just, fire is only good versus ice and grass, and it's bad versus water, and like just a very pure basic type relationship. But of course, it's a little bit more complex than that. As we saw already with their team build, with all three of these Pokemon are just amazing against ice. Scarf Buzzwole destroys ice. Volcarona can one-handedly quiver dance all of ice. And Scizor, it just spams Swords Dance and it bullet punches the whole team. It's amazing. So just because they don't have a necessarily like a type relationship with each other doesn't mean that it's advantage or disadvantage. Another good example of that is Steel should technically be a disadvantage matchup for Bug, but all three of these Pokemon probably, it depends on what the Scizor and the Volcarona run. There's a good chance none of them are running any Bug stab at all. So even though Steel resists Bug, I might still be in a completely fine situation to beat them because, again, Scizor resists Steel type attacks. It's got a good knockoff. Volcarona, of course, melts Steel. Buzzwole can close combat its way through all of them and then knock off on the Aegislash. So it's not necessarily as simple as how your types match up with each other. It's probably a little bit obvious, but I like Bug for demonstrating that because, again, I think also more than anything else that Bug Ice is probably one of the more one-sided matchups in Pokemon right now. And this team is... that core alone could probably beat most ice teams. It's kind of messed up. Anyways, from here, we can decide where we want to go with it. I am probably going to go Araquanid. I think it's actually almost as essential as those other Pokemon. So not only does it have that extremely important sticky webs, it's very important to the team, but it's also got a great matchup versus Mono Water and Mono Fire with that water bubble ability. Amazing, amazing ability. Mono Electric starting to become a bit of a problem with that because Electric can really rinse through this entire team. Reggie-Electric can do it itself. So I might want to add something that can help with that. Mono Dragon is also getting a little bit scary at this point. And then, yeah, the question I always talk about in mono type, which is, do you lean into your strengths? And, I could totally add a Heracross right now, which is kind of, if we look at what it does to the chart here, it really just strengthens our strengths. It doesn't do much for our weaknesses, to be honest. But again, it becomes a question: do you lean into your strengths and try to win the matchups that you can win, like anything that's close to even? Do you try to just stack the deck as much in your favor, or do you lean into your bad matchups and go, you know what, I want to Sense Scorch instead to help me with that mono fire because it's a big problem? That's a very compelling question. I don't know what the answer to that is necessarily. It becomes, even then, it becomes a bit of 50-50. So do you waste your time and try to fight a lost cause, a mono fire, a mono flying, or do you try to, make things more specific and more specialized? Bombi, also very, very good, but I think I will go with a Galvantula right now. I like, this is another concept I want to talk about. There's been a lot of concepts I want to talk about, but what I think about Galvantula is, so you think to yourself, okay, well, Galvantula helps versus flying, sure, but you're probably never going to beat flying. Why do you care? You're just praying for misplays on your opponent's part. And that is true, but mono flying, that's not the only time we're going to fight against flying Pokemon. We're going to see Thunderuses in mono electric. We're going to see Pelipper's in every mono water. We're going to see Landuruses in mono ground. There's all kinds of, Landorus is a bad example, but we're always going to want help versus flying types because they're in almost every single team. So having some sort of answer to that is a really useful thing. Plus Galvantula with its agility is kind of insane. If you give it Energy Ball, it can do an amazing job versus rain, water, because using agility, then you're as fast as a Seismitoad at that point. You can Energy Ball them. You can Thunder the Pelipper's. It's just an amazing mon. And Volcarona, if we give it Psychic and Giga Drain, which I'm probably gonna do, unlike our mono fire team, can also deal with slower water teams. So stall water teams get absolutely melted by this Volcarona because you can just Giga Drain and Psychic your whole way through it. So anyways, we got these 5 Pokemon, and Galvantula will also give us a Sticky Webs option, but I'll probably choose to go with Agility or Bug Buzz over the Sticky Webs there. Anyways, the last Mon is the real true question here. And again, it's a very philosophical question of which way I want to go towards here. It's a pretty unbalanced chart right now. It's not too bad, to be honest. I like Sense Scorch a lot to help with fire. Flash Fire is going to be ridiculous for us. And I love Fire Lash as a wall breaker. It's kind of similar to Heracross in that sense, where you can really take advantage of the sticky webs and really just Fire Lash over and over and give Mons a hard matchup. Helps with Steel a ton, of course. What else there right here? Again, I added these values myself, but it's very like, it's very just like a gut feeling. He feels really bad versus Rock. Like maybe Power Whip annihilates Mono Rock. I don't really know. This is kind of just a gut thing. Durant seems very inconsistent, stacks badly with Scizor in my opinion. I kind of like the idea of Armaldo the more I think about it. It's okay versus Rock. It'll give us a swap, versus Fire. It'll give us a swap in, but it also gives us Rapid Spin, helps us a little bit versus Flying there. And I think I didn't practice with Armaldo. I was using a Heracross I was playing before this live, but I think I'll go with Armaldo here. Oh, what am I doing? What is going on? I've ruined everything, gang. Everything is absolutely destroyed. I need to find Galvantula again. I'm sorry, Galvantula. You were lost in the purge of Armaldo. So this is what our chart looks like. And again, Fire looks a lot more okay, in my opinion. Ice we're gonna win no matter what with those first 3 Mons. That's fine. Helps versus Dark a ton. Did I give it a 200 versus Dark? That seems dramatic. A 150. We should be winning Dark again. It's an advantage matchup, but they do be hitting strong, and Moltres Galar is very scary. Yet another reason to have our Galvantula there. Flying, again, it's a little bit better. I'm not even sure what set will run with your Armaldo. I used to, way back when I was doing monotype lives before, I used to really like Armaldo, but I'll have to look it up. So, okay, let's go through it here. We're going to add our Scizor first. I will add the Metal Coat just for that little extra hitting power. For our Bullet Punch, it's going to be our main form of doing damage. We'll have Knockoff for coverage. You need Swords Dance, again, so you can actually set up and be a threat against some of the more defensive teams, but also just, it lets you Oko a Piloswine if you're against Mono Ice. And then I'm going to do Roost because it's also our only Steel type. It's going to be a pretty big defensive backbone for us. I'll do 36 of that. Go Adamant. And then no. I don't want that. No. No. Smogon, don't tell me what to do. How's that sound? Buster. And then I'll do Volcarona. Of course, we're gonna have Quiver Dance is in the item. Amazing move. Amazing item. You guys should really try it. No, we need our Tims here. And then Quiver Dance. You could definitely do Bug Buzz here, but again, just for that Psychic versus Toxapex. As it stands right now, our team's only answer for Toxapex is Galvantula. And if rocks are up and it's Scalding, that means it's swapping in twice and it's dead. So our team's actually very bad at swapping into Toxapex as well. And Volcarona still is, if we're being honest, but anyways, point being, I need Psychic. And we used Fire Blast for the mono Fire Lives because I liked Volcarona being able to swap in and just hit super hard in the sun immediately, kind of act as Wall Breaker without even necessarily needing to Quiver Dance. But here, I don't think it's the case. I think it's gonna be much more of a traditional setup sweeper. In that case, I want the consistency of Flamethrower. I will do that. Yep, that seems actually no. I want max speed, thank you. And then we're gonna add our King Buzzswole. And I do think the defensive sets are good. Helps you destroy mono ground. Honestly, like you can almost 6-0 mono ground. With the exception of Nidoking, if you do a bulk up set. I think instead we'll do Choice Scarf because it just gives us a bit of extra speed that our team lacks. Our team's only speed otherwise is Galvantula and Bullet Punch, which is a bit inadequate IMO. Stone Edge can help us versus the flying types a little bit. The errant flying types you'll find really good versus other mono bug too, actually. But more importantly, we're also going to add Ice Punch, Close Combat, and Earthquake. I'm starting to worry about Heat Ran on this team, though. I guess Armaldo will help a little bit. I'll try to see if I can fit Earthquake onto that. And we'll go max speed. I'll probably put that defense there. And then we will do Araquanid. And I will make you Boots. That's the really good thing is we don't have any... I might not even throw Rapid Spin on Armaldo, as weird as that sounds, on a bug team. Because if you look at it, neutral to rocks, neutral to rocks, Boots. Galvantula won't be Boots. So Galvantula will be our only one who's Stealth Rock weak. But Armaldo, I guess it's weak too. That kind of sucks. But I could also make it Boots. I'll probably make it Boots. I can make it Swift Swim as a bit of an anti-rain thing. That'd be hilarious. 45 base speed. Oh no, that is not it, my man. I'll probably make you Boots as well, because Rock doesn't resist Rock. I actually know that. So it gets Stealth Rocks, right? I think I might do Stealth Rocks and leave Rapid Spin off, as weird as that sounds. Oh, that sounds too weird. It's still nice for other sorts of hazards too. It'll give Galvantula a bit of runway too. And then I will do Earthquake, not Earth Power. Knock off. And then I guess a Rock move or Stone Edge. A Rock move or Stone Edge? What a hard question. Yeah, you know what? Why not? And then I'll go back to the EVs later. I'm actually gonna have to look at the Smogon article for this one. I'm not sure what to run on it, but I got distracted there. We need Liquidation. Scald also very good on Araquanid too as a defensive wall, but I like Liquidation for its immediate hitting power. It's just so stupid strong. And so Scizor kind of acts as, like, with Buzzwole, are a decent sort of pseudo physical wall. They can a lot of physical attacks pretty well. But Araquanid's ridiculous Spadef is going to be a huge help for us against general special attacks too. So we'll throw that on, in addition to being Sticky Webs. And leaning into that special defense, we'll do Mirror Coat as well. Also do Magic Coat, which would be pretty fun. If I don't throw rocks on Armaldo, maybe we'll do that because it's fun. I normally have Toxic on here because it helps us versus like other walls. So if I against Mono Ghost, we both lead Araquanid, our two hazard setters, Araquanid and Corsola Galar. It's pretty great because you can Toxic them right away and really get like an awesome pace against their biggest defensive wall. But I do like Magic Coat as well, even though it's a little bit, I think it's an underrated move in general, but it's very situational, obviously. We'll see on that one. I think Galvantula, I'll probably do Focus Sash because, again, I think I mentioned agility before. It's really good against other fast Mons and especially Swift Swim teams. You can guarantee get that agility, which I love. And Thunder, which is obviously a ridiculously good move, if inaccurate. It's going to combine really well with its Compound Eyes to be a bit of a 90% accurate move. That's amazing for us. I'll throw on Bug Buzz, helps with dark types a ton, especially with agility too. And then I will add Energy Ball. You can do Giga Drain too, certainly in the mix, but Energy Ball, I just think I want that hitting power right away. And I will go max speed, thank you, because I want to beat enemy Keldeos, or at least tie them. And then we come back to Armaldo here. So Armaldo, I got Smogon right in front of me. What's the monotype set? They don't have one. That seems pretty good. I mess with this. I mean, it's really what I was thinking about, but that spread is interesting. I'm not sure what it's for, but 164 speed probably gives us a good matchup versus... Well, Heatran's the question, isn't it? Heatran's really the question. So what would I need to be your average Heatran in monotype? Thinking more about mono steel, to be honest. Okay. That runs a none. Please don't be choice scarf. That would be awful for us. And fire's probably running max speed. Yeah, that's what we were running too. What would I need for a non-speed invested Heatran? Let's find out. Whatever. Heatran. It's got 190. So if we can beat that, that'd be fabulous. Oh my god, that'd be a ton of investment if that's the case. Oh my god. Oh my god. We'd have to go Jolly. Oh. I don't know if I'm willing to make that much of a sacrifice. That's a really tough call. And it's for one mon, it's Heatran. Now, to be fair, you match up well speed-wise with a lot of other mons too. Heatran's got 77. That's really high. You'd also match up against easily all the base 60s. Oh boy. I might come back to that. I think we're really gonna miss the attack power. But I look at this team and I look at Heatran. Yeah, you can swap to Araquanid. If it's defensive Heatran like this one is. So Araquanid will be good against offensive ones pretty nicely with Water Bubble plus its Spadef stat. But if it's a defensive Heatran with Toxic, I'm really concerned. Heavy Boots will give us a little bit more leeway. We still have max HP, which is nice. So I guess I'm talking myself into it here. So here's our graph. Here's our team. Let's get rolling. Let's see if we can get some wins with the team here. Should be interesting. Again, I haven't used Armaldo in a minute. I think Armaldo actually combines all with Centiskorch, as weird as that sounds. But we'll give it a try. There's a good chance I do a game that goes, screw this, go back to Heracross. Just want to hit hard and take advantage of webs, which, you know, last time I did this, I posed webs as the ultimate reason to use mono bug. Oh, it's mono ghost. It's kind of an interesting, very, very neutral one in my opinion. Anyways, I really talked up mono bugs webs. This team doesn't take advantage of it nearly as much. Although Armaldo might with that extra speed. It might be able to outspeed some guys with web up. But regardless, I'm kind of liking what we're going with right now. We kept Toxic on Araquanid. I think I'm going to change that right now. I'm thinking of it to Mirror Coat. We see Spectrier, who terrifies me. I'm going to go for the Mirror Coat in case they attack. They don't. Fine. I'll liquidate. You jerk. They Calm Mind. This should easily kill. They cannot kill us. Not even close, Buster. Taunt ends as well. In comes Corsola Galar. I'll go for webs first because I think it's more important. If I had Magic Coat here, I would have used that, but that's fine. They Will-O-Wisp. That's not going to work, pal. But I don't want to eat your Nightshades yet because I might still use you as Gengar answer down the road. So if you're going to Nightshade, who do I want to take it? You're pretty useless in this matchup, but I could go for a knockoff actually, which would make Corsola way less threatening. Yeah, I don't care if you get burned, so that's fine. Let's do that. In Nightshade, that's fine. I'm gonna Rapid Spin. That was always a very satisfying part about playing Mono Ghost is rocks are up. There's nothing you can do about it. If you don't have a Defogger, I'm sorry. Rapid Spin is not. It's not gonna do it here. They get a Cursed Body on us. It just sucks a little bit for sure. There's the Will-O-Wisp, but this Corsola is cooked right now. I'm gonna go to Volcarona as a Strength Sap. Yeah, you're gonna die here, pal. The question is, do they go to Dragapult right now, trying to answer this Volcarona mine? In which case, I could go to my Buzzwole. I don't think it Okos though. Maybe Scissor's the better answer if that's the case. Or maybe Armaldo's the best answer. Double back in and go for the knockoff. I think they would just set up on us and be able to be really threatening. So let's go to, it's either Scizor or Buzzwole. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to calc this. Yeah, not very close. That's what I thought. And they will be a physical set, almost certainly. So this is not accurate, but still. I think I'm going to go for the Scizor if that's the case. We have some defensive stats. If they Will-O-Wisp again, I'm going to cry. We actually get to Mimic You, which is really surprising against all Corona Volmons. So fantastic for us, obviously. They should not be staying in. Whoever they go to is going to get knocked off. There goes their Life Orb. Choice Band. Weird as hell. They play rough. It does nothing. Let's roost here. Let's go to Corsola Galar again. Can I get the kill? Oh, I'm going to calc again. I'm sorry. Once you get that calc in mood, you can't stop it. Looks like 34. 36. Ooh, it's very close, isn't it? I want to go for it. What the hell? We get there. Amazing. I feel like that's got to be Gengar or Dragapult, but Gengar might get outsped and dummied. Aegislash comes in, which is very interesting. If it's Air Balloon is the setup set, this is very similar to the team I was running, of course. So it should be Swords Dance, Close Combat. Right? Sword Dance and then knock off? Is that crazy? Just get the most out of it that I can. You can't kill me right now, and we just Oko you. Amazing. Fabulous. And now we definitely kill you. Do I outspeed you? I don't care because I just kill with that. Hopefully we don't get a cursed body. Yeah, I kind of deserve that. In comes Mimikyu again. And they're just going to forfeit. So we win. I think that's a pretty neutral matchup in my opinion. What did it come out to in my graph? Yeah, I think that's about normal. Although it says it's lower than fire, which that shows my methodology is wrong because there's no way we can easier time with fire than we do against ghosts. That's just stupid and wrong. Again, this is a very like scuffed off the cuff like numbers thing. Like Volcarona being 400 versus that is probably maybe make you 325. I think they're as good against grass as Scizor is against ice, if I had to say. It's very scuffed though. And honestly, it's not nearly as good against Fairy because there's always a Tapu Lele, which will prevent bullet punches from going off. So again, this is not meant to be a scientific intensive thing. It'd be cool if you did get legitimate experts of the tier to debate this. Because of course, if you guys play fighting games at all, that's a huge aspect of it. Oh, glad Showdown caught that for me. Thank you, Showdown. Magic Coat is what I want. Hopefully I don't make that mistake mid-game. But yeah, in fighting games, like different matchup charts are so huge, and being like, you know, it's not so important necessarily how Ganondorf is as a character, like what it is on a tier list, but it's more important deciding like what matchups are good and bad. Like, can it beat Duck Hunt? Can it beat Cloud? Whatever. And it's a more productive discussion too, just talking about matchups than just like he bad, he good. I'm saying all this to avoid the elephant in the room, which is the terrifying mono flying. Although I don't see big answer for Galvantula besides the Landorus, so that's very exciting. Our big guys to lean on are going to be Scizor and Galvantula, of course. If we can get Volcarona going, that's not too bad. Like even 1 or 2 Quiver Dances, the 2 Steel types is very favorable for us, of course. I'm expecting we see you as a lead, so do I want to risk my Scizor immediately by just getting them in there? Sticky Web's useless, of course. Yet another reason why this matchup's not amazing for us. Armaldo also neutral versus flying, I believe. I should really know this. Is embarrassing. Armaldo, yeah, it's neutral versus flying. That's actually a very nice little thing there. Okay, I'll go Scizor if that's the case. If you have multiple neutralities there, if this is banded, hopefully. Okay, I think they were probably banded. That's a terrible lead for them. I'll go. Are we gonna Air Slash or Flamethrower here? Let's pick the Flamethrower. Go to Araquanid. They do Flamethrower, and I'm going to Mirror Coat their Air Slash here. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, let's go to Galvantula if they're going to protect here. They're probably not Air Slash if that's the case. Salamence comes in. They could dual wing beat us, but we're neutral to flying type attacks with Electric. Looking for the Thunder here. In comes Landorus. Good play. I'll go to my Buzzwole. It's a great answer. Unless it's Z-Fly. Buzzwole will come in, threaten the Ice Punch. They would have our Scarf. Pretty nasty. Honestly, that's not fun for us. I'm expecting a swap to Corviknight or Zapdos here. If they stay in, it's Churlish. Knockoff almost suggests that they are can either be defensive. I think they're probably defensive, but they can still be Scarf. That's definitely a possibility. But if Corviknight's coming in, or Zapdos, that's tough. Because Corviknight Arachnoid's good against Zapdos. It's not. Volcarona is decent against both. Galvantula is decent against both. Rocks would be awesome here in my Armaldo, but oh well. I will Oh boy, and I don't know what to do. This is a terrible situation to be in. I could go to Volcarona if I think we're gonna get the Corviknight, which I do think we're gonna get. Great, played that nicely. Hopefully Flamethrower Okos. Braidbird might even Oko us from return, but doesn't quite do it. It's very defensive. It does. That's pretty bad for us. Man, I was not expecting that to go do that little, not to do that much. I was an inkling, but certainly no idea. Boy. Good news is, oh, that's not, there's no way to spin that as good news. Oh no. I made a calculated decision, but boy, am I bad at math. I could go for an energy ball with, if I go to Galvantula, they're easily going to hit the Landorus there. I think I'll do that and I'll double switch to Araquanid. Oh, you know, this is a terrible matchup. I can't beat myself up too much if it goes badly. If they roost, I'm gonna cry. So this is how it ends. They go Galvantula again. I feel like they're cocky enough to stay in. Yeah, screw you. Oh my god, it's Spadeft. Oh my god, yes. We'll live though. That Corviknight single-handedly tanked us. So it's a bulk up set, so it's max Spadef, so that it can bulk up and be unkillable. But damn, that sucks. If I swap up out and they go for rocks, we're probably dead. But I'll go to Araquanid regardless. As they U-turn and crit me for 50%. Zapdos is going to come in for free. It's probably looking like a wash. But, you know, we kept it close. We kept it close. I'm going to liquidate so if they Dragon Dance, we could get a defense drop. It's a Hail Mary. Maybe we'll go for it again. With Buzzwole outsped, our only answer is Scizor right now. I could go to Scizor and... No. That's fine. Ooh, they're that too, eh? I think our model will still live one. I might be crazy. It's not doing too much else. It'd be nice versus Zapdos, actually. That's not true. But Buzzwole's pretty useless at that Scarf. Yes, please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Nice. Okay, we're still in it. We're up them on. Landorus is still terrifying me right now. I'll knock off whatever you got. That speed is really coming in handy, I got to admit. I was not sure about it earlier, but this is amazing for us. I'll double. So if I double switch to Buzzwole, I can go for an Ice Punch on the Landorus. I think with the U-turn, it's probably Scarf. I don't know. That's still a huge problem for us. I think so. I go to Buzzwole. They probably U-turn and back into Celesteela, which is not great. So if I go to Scizor, if it's defensive, Scizor might be able to outpace it. No, that's not true. No, Landorus is way too strong. Its Earthquake will be able to outpace my Bruce no matter what. So an Energy Ball and hope for like a crit on the Landorus. They might even stay in at this point. They've been very cocky and staying in a lot. That's another question: is do I go for the Thunder and go for the Hail Mary? And like if I get this Celesteela out right now, I've got a great shot to win and bank on their cockiness. Yeah, I'll do it. Honestly, I'll play for the win. Okay. Same situation. All Energy Ball. I could have had the win. I could have had the win. It might be it's a terrible play on their part because that's the only way they lose if they stay in right there. It's the only way they lose. They're going to win regardless, so you know it looks smart on their part, but in my opinion, a huge mistake. Let's go for the close combat crit. Not going to get it. They get the kill. Go for the knockoff crit. Not going to get it. Oh, well, you know what? It's Mono Flying. That's one of the worst matchups in Pokemon. I think the Corviknight was really gutting. I'm not going to lie. The Corviknight was really gutting. I think that staying at the end was pretty tough, too. But we're against a brother here. Brother. Or sister, I guess. Their team is much shorter than mine. We have a tall team. They have a short team. So I think we're going to win with that alone. Our model's got a pretty good match against other bugs, too, which I enjoy. Who do we see off the lead? Giga Drain might actually help us against Araquanid, which is nice. But they might have Giga Drain too, for all we know. So Buzzwole is our biggest advantage here for sure, especially with Stone Edge. I don't think we'll see Yuza lead because he should be Flame Orb. We might see you two with a Sash lead, in which case I'm going to go to my... Scissor's actually pretty bad here. Doesn't do too much versus Menimons. Next to useless versus Volcarona. I'll I'll knock off here. Still does 22. That's the thing. You see Rakuten shake off these special attacks. You're like, oh my god, it's the ultimate tank. But it's really shredded pretty easily. It's Assault Vest after all that. That's interesting. We'll go to our own. Hopefully get free webs up. This was 35. Damn, Araquanid, you crazy. Doesn't have any attacks to get up. Sulpus Araquanid's an interesting one. It would be, I guess, the ultimate tank. I have no one else to go to. If this Araquanid can't win the 1v1, it would be Lights, Curtains. Volcarona looking stupid scary now, but same goes for ours, of course. If I get, it's really whoever gets a +1 first. It's going to ignore our webs, of course, there too. Can you kill? It's a free swap in. If they knock off, I'll be upset. Oh, this live is never going out. How could this happen? How could this happen? I guess it's banded. And no burn either is kind of shitty. If it's banded, it can still kill us. Okay, we take it. You can also pray for a roost. I'm gonna cry. That wasn't even banded. Oh my god. Oh my god. This could kill right now. I don't know what to do. I think I just get 6-0 by this guy. Oh my god. I gotta sack this guy. He's pretty bad actually, so that's fine. It's Sash. What a weird team. Got a close combat. They should be going to Rabombi, honestly. Volcarona works. We do so much damage. That's amazing. Do they Quiver Dance? I'll go to Armaldo, actually. That's a pretty good mod. I think that was also a mistake, but oh well. Stone Edge here. Giga Drain might do a lot. Okay, but we should get the kill. Thank God for the max HP. This Armaldo's been kind of the GOAT. I mean, I have no complaints. I was very unsure if adding it was a good idea, but this has been incredible for us. I think he takes this too. If we hit Stone Edges in time, then we're back in it. Oh my god. Okay, it's fast mon. I guess it makes sense. Our win is obviously Buzzswole, but it's concerning because Rabombi's a huge threat. We have Stone Edge, but Heracross is super threatening right now. Let's go for the damage. Nice. Nice. There's the same amount as they do. That's funny. I wonder if they're like specs or something weird. Should be a Scizor with a Bullet Punch here, which I think we're okay with. I'll keep you. 17. Oh, that's too bad. If you did a little bit less, you'd be in good shape. So I guess I gotta go to Buzzswole and 50-50 this. I think close combat's still a 2 at KO and Heracross, but if they go to Rabombi is the ultimate question. Because then I could win with a Stone Edge. I'm gonna bet on that. Oh my god. They dual wing beat and we lose. Yay! I'm so mad. I'm so freaking mad. This is a terrible live. Oh, it's the most I've ever molded on the live. Holy crap. You know, mono flying can take, but the mono bug, losing to just dual wing beat alone. Dual wing beat destroyed us. I'm so upset. I'm actually so upset. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll record another one of these right now. Hopefully I can bounce back. Maybe we should wait a day so I'm not tilted like I am right now. Holy shit. Anyways, see you guys later. I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.